Well. Right now, we have Danila Kornev connecting to us, Deputy Chief in charge of hands-on solutions at DeepPavlov. He'll be telling about the latest advancements at the library for conversational AI with open code. Hi everybody, welcome from sunny Punta Cana in Dominican Republic. Yesterday with my colleague we presented the NLP Conference 2021. My name is Danila Kornev and I am Deputy Head for the Lab of Deep Learning and Neural Networks at Bauman Institute, and today I will be gladly presenting for you, telling about our newest advancements at the DeepPavlov. Well,
okay.
What have we been doing at DeepPavlov? In my opinion, we have come together at DeepPavlov not just to create chatbots or voice assistants. That's not about it. Our objective is to help users to be happy. And happiness is making our dreams come true. With the systems that we create, we do not only help people to buy pizza, we'll help them to eat tastily, not only helping people to order taxi, but helping them to get where they want to get with the minimal effort. Assistants that help us in a blink of an eye is something that makes dream a reality. Our challenge is to minimize effort needed to understand what the people want. As a matter of fact, that is an insanely ambitious dream. Contemporary assistants made by Amazon or Microsoft or Google, etc., they are frankly weak. This is what we say at the Academy. This is what Nielsen Norman Group are saying. Why those assistants are so powerless? Any voice assistant is an exceptionally complex system that can recognize speech, understand what has been said, understand what the user wanted, and then make that happen and respond to the user with a voice. Good news, there's some success with the voice, at least for major languages, not accents, but languages. Automation is also getting better. Our capability to understand human speech and interpret it is, by all means, the holy grail of NLP. DeepPavlov is one of the few international research labs who rose to the challenge and began our crusade. Our mission is to make computers understand human speech as though people understand it. So in order to arrive there, we need to get over certain milestones. And that milestones are competitions in global contents. In year 2000, we decided we're going to be participating and winning. One of the best competitions is the Alexa Prize Social Boat 1 Challenge for universities, and we were happy to participate in that competition twice by now. This competition sets an objective to build a bot that could maintain a conversation in the English language with North American users of Alexa for 20 minutes and get the average score not lower than 4 out of 5. Although there are a lot of differences between bots, the major approach is neurosimulation. So it's a combination of machine learning to maintain control of the dialogue and broader coverage of subjects for the dialogue. In the meantime, Social Bot works within Alexa, and it's a skill. Amazon gives a framework to create social bots. We were not in the final at Alexa Prize 3, we were 6th, but we knew that our major goal is to put our bot into the foundation of open source multi-scale and assistant platform. Please welcome our dream bot that we created in 2019, and it's significantly updated in the framework of Alexa Prize 4. I will tell about it in more detail a bit later. In the meantime, let me highlight that this is the only open platform to create system and assistants at the level of Alexa or Alisa from Yandex. And we do understand that in order to make this platform succeed, its assistants need to be able to accessible to clients via different devices and communications channel, understanding speech and providing visual interface. This bot needs to be able to solve certain tasks independently while transferring the conversation to a pro. These assistants need to be able to solve tasks on behalf of users, understanding what the user wants and what entities the user describes. This is a huge challenge for our team. It's a huge team for conversational researchers. Last year, we regrouped to make our social bot a platform that can be used by everybody. In a few months, we removed dependencies on the Amazon services, having added our very own module of answers to factor questions, and we made our very own classificators for dialogue acts. Why are we doing that? From the standpoint of approach after two like surprises, we believe that today, in order to succeed while creating bot, you need a hybrid or neuro-sim approach. The objective is to train bots to learn and reason based on what the bot has learned. So, in terms of architecture, we truly believe that it's not enough to just stitch a number of systems with a duct tape and call that an assistant. You need to build a particular architecture. Why? Indeed, in order to get access to current users, there's Alexa, and Google Assistant. If you want to make a more complex, specialized bot, there's Amazon Lex, IBM Watson, Rasa, MindMeld, etc. And that's a very important point. This means that when we look at all of the existing technologies, we do understand that if we want to offer some sort of third category, the benchmark needs to be very high. This sort of systems need to be much more intelligent than simple skills for Alexa or Google Assistant. It needs to be also more scalable than bots that could be launched with Amazon Lex, for example, or RASA. So, these systems, I would say, could be similar to a self-driving car. Like Tesla's autopilot, it needs to perceive information multilaterally from the user and be able to answer in a multilateral way, forecast future answers, dynamically pivot the dialogue via different skills, helping the user to do what the user wants. That's all necessary to participate in Amazon Lex Prize, and one day we shall win, I'm certain. If we write skills manually or make bots using contemporary systems, we'll face the situation that the amount of different entities and scripts will only grow, and it will be hard to manage conflicts there. If we take a look from a standpoint of business, assistants need to solve large scale of tasks. And they need to be one single brand identity that the users will use to interact as a unified structure. So managing and maintaining the dialogue needs to be much more smart. That's why participation in Amazon Alexa Prize inspires us to make new discoveries in how we can manage dialogue in complex interfaces of this sorts. Our approach consists of using the dream architecture, building around it an ecosystem. These are all of the elements necessary to build your very own multi-skill assistant based on our DeepPavlov voice orchestrator. Thanks to this sort of approach, all of our products are built into one stack, conversation AI technology. They are open, by the way. Of course, there are a lot of them. Let's talk about DeepPavlov library first. Our library will soon celebrate its 4th anniversary, and there are more and more users now. By the 3rd year, which happened only in the end of February, we had 200,000 installs. Now, there are 300,000. At the end of February, we had 500,000 downloads of our images. Now, 1 million at Docker Hub. Our library provides 2 simple solutions to build its very own pipeline to solve NLP tasks, declarative via JSON config, and with native Python pipeline. So in the end, the components are accessible via Python, via command prompt, and sockets, and RTPI. Historically, it was a mishmash to create a simple conversational AI assistant, but our focus today is to make this library contain only fundamental NLP components, and if we need mechanics for higher stack AI technology, they will be in the corresponding place where they are needed. Out of the new smart functionality, let me highlight BERT, which is specifically made for large language languages, and the system to find entities in both English and Russian language. By the end of the year, we're going to release the pre-release 1.0 for the library, relying only on PyTorch, and it's not burdened with old code. And in 1.0 version of the library that we're going to be releasing next year, we will add integration with our platform to create multi-skill assistant Dream, and for our new platform, the creation of tele-oriented and simple scenarios chatbots DFR. In addition to that, we will add to the library a number of components from our major distributive Dream Assistant. Next, our product stack. DFF Alpha is already available, and it was only presented yesterday to Cody Workshop 2021 at NLP Conference 2021. This is a very simple to use and very slender, neat system to create scenario skills with the components from our Dream platform. With its help, we can build very simple scenario bots and skills. And my colleague will talk about it in more detail because he's the author. And now DeepPavlov Dream, our platform to create multi-scalable assistants, and the pre-release is planned till the end of 2021. And the captain of our team, Zilyara Barmurzina, is the tech manager for this product. Welcome our platform for multi-skill AI assistant. This is mostly open domain dialogue system. When we create original bots for Amazon like Surprise, my colleagues created a number of retrieve generative script skills. In order to answer to the user in a most convenient way, our bot needs to select at every stage of conversation skill selector first skills that will build the answer, and then in the response selector select the best hypotheses for all of the future potential answers, taking into account the dialogue previously. So, in the framework of this competition like Surprise, we have created the DFF in the public version. It will be released till the end of this year. Let's look at DeepPavlov Dream right now. You can go to github.com/deepme/.com and look at the comment branch. This is the biggest open source multi-skill assistant that you can get out there. Join. Overall, as for creating the platform, we understand that it's not enough to have architecture or even a framework to create skills. That's why we began working on our very own systems, which is convenient for users within VS Code, which is very popular IDE. This tool was initially created to simplify the creation of scenario skills. As for a tele-oriented system, chit-chat user can set anything, absolutely anything. How can we predict what's happening next? How can we make a consequence here, a sequence? In order to create quality user experience, we need to have a number of iterations here. And our task is to cut the number of iterations through understanding of a dialogue. When we're doing a solution, we studied dialogue, ortho-dialogues, different taxonomies, and discourse theories. At the Eggins and Martin Translate Analyzing Conversation in 1997, there is the suggestion to analyze pattern discourse to see the dialogue as a structure. Element of structure is discourse moves presented here. Every move either continues current direction of dialogue or suggests a new one. Every phrase, therefore, is a speech function, so we can see the entire dialogue as a sequence of not just phrases with speech functions, but a structure of branches, how user moves from one type of conversation, from one theme of conversation to the other one. That helps us to predict further moves of both the users and bot, and therefore program connected dialogues. Alpha version is in Visual Code Marketplace available. This is an extension for Visual Studio Code that allows you to visually design dialogue. And then with the code in Python, we can add more conditions. Let me conclude. Our approach is very broad. In addition to products, we do medium-term incubation researches and long-term researches. And let me highlight a few of them. That is planning of dialogues. That is controlling generation of speech. That is working with knowledge graphs. To conclude, let me say this. Till the end of the year, we're going to release alpha version DFF, DDD, and IDDE. At the pre-releases of our libraries to create multi-skill AI assistants. Now I'm happy to hand over screen to my colleague Denis Kuznetsov.